name's Catherine. Welcome to the Lost and Found. You're wondering what this is? This is Cat's Corner. It's Cat's Corner because my name's Catherine, so it's short for Catherine. I'm going to start a series called Two Sides, where I get to play devil's advocate and tell two sides of a controversial topic. Today we're going to start with a big one, which is pro-life versus pro-choice. If you're not familiar with this, pro-life is the side that believes that women should not be allowed to have abortions, and pro-choice is choice over a woman's body and whether or not you want to continue a pregnancy. To be clear, I'm going to be sharing both sides and not my own opinion. With this issue, there are more than two sides. A lot of people also support pro-choice under certain conditions, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to focus on just the two sides. Let's get some background. In the United States, each state is individually responsible for creating the laws that restrict abortions. But most states require a 24-hour waiting period or a second visit to a clinic before scheduling a procedure. They also will allow medical professionals to refuse to perform this procedure. The majority of abortions will not be performed after 20 weeks of pregnancy, and most private insurances will not cover the procedure. Although a lot of states do have exceptions for endangerment of the mother's life, rape, or incest. Now that you have the basic info, let's get to the two sides. Argument 1. Pro-life. Recently, in the United States, the 45th annual pro-life march happened. President Trump spoke at this, making him the #1 pro-life president as of now. The argument for pro-life is simple: to protect every unborn child and prevent reckless behavior and rash decisions. Many people who argue pro-life feel that fetuses are people too and deserve the same rights as you or me. Clinically, after only 10 weeks of pregnancy, an embryo is considered a fetus. And approximately 24% of abortions happen after this point. People who argue pro-life also believe that the only reason that mothers do it is because they do not feel they are ready to have a child. 25% of abortions claim that this is the reason. To see that a fetus, who at the age of only 16 weeks can move, will gain such a big crowd for a movement born out of love. Argument 2. Pro-choice. Pro-choice allows women to decide what they want to do with their body after an unplanned pregnancy. People who are pro-choice, usually women, believe that it is unfair and unjust to force a person to have a child they do not want or may not have the means to support. Approximately 23% of abortions happen because the person does not have the means to support a child. Although in many states, rape cases and physical harm to the mother is taken into consideration, those that are not is unfair. If a mother is physically unable to give birth and is refused to have an abortion performed, it is putting both the mother and the child in danger. Fetuses can also not survive outside the womb prior to 24 weeks of pregnancy. Additionally, 75% of abortions happen before 24 weeks of pregnancy. It is extremely important to take into consideration a woman's right for their own medical decisions and not force anything upon them. Pro-choice supporters believe that everybody has a right to their own medical decisions and what they want to do with their life and body. Whether you are pro-life or pro-choice, it is important to get all the information you need to make a decision best for you. It is also extremely important to not attack people for their opinions and take others into consideration. Wow, that was a lot, wasn't it? I just want to say that All of the research that I did will be in the description. I encourage you all to do your own research and make your own decisions. I'm not trying to push one decision over another. I just want the information to be out there and for people to realize that there are two sides, and it is extremely important to acknowledge both. Bye!